doing it. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. This is week 4 from Chobo Team League, and I'm excited to bring you some more action from that wonderful league. My name is Meristematic. This is, I guess, my 4th week casting this. I don't know. This intro sucks. Anyway, in the left position on this map, which is TSL4 Metropolis, in the orange color, he's playing Protoss for Team Anarchy. It is ANA.Roirin. In French, it would be ANA.Roirin. I'm going to go with ANA.Roirin. I'm not sure that's right, though. I hope somebody corrects me. Anyway, spawning in the 12 o'clock position, in the purple color, he's playing for the team Guns and Roaches. It is RobertCop. Perhaps a little bit of a play on RoboCop. I think it's hilarious, personally. So these are two teams we're not so familiar with. I have casted Guns and Roaches once so far in their week 1 game against Spinal Tap, but their team has changed around quite a bit since then. So it'll be interesting to see how their players have changed, how their new players perform, that sort of thing, and just to get a gauge on them. Anarchy we haven't seen yet, and they're a little bit of an unknown. They're a newer team to CTL, so there's no previous result to go from. And it'll be really interesting to see how these two teams stack up. Again, this is week 4 action, so both teams have played 3 games so far. I believe both are 1 and 2, unless I'm mistaken. I will double check on that between games. This is a Bronze League game, as the CTL is played in, I guess, 7 sets, alternating different skill levels. It goes Bronze, Silver, Gold, Platinum, Silver, Gold, Platinum, and the last Platinum game is going to be a best of 3 ace match. So we will have all 7 of those sets for you, regardless of the outcome. All 7 are played. So let's get into the game. We do see ANA.Roirin, I decided to call him. ANA.Roirin is going for 1x gasless fast expand. We do see the SCV head down to the bottom of the ramp. Something a lot of these players do that I've noticed, they get their second depot after, I guess, everything else. You can actually do the command center without the second depot and then build the second depot afterward, and you still won't get supply blocked. It just happens to be a little bit nicer of a version of it for any of those Terran players watching this. RobertCop, meanwhile, looks like he's doing a 1-gate expand, just judging by the amount of resources he has. Of course, he could be throwing me off and doing a 4-gate. Those are both definite possibilities with the amount of resources that he has, and this is actually going to be a 4-gate. So I guess my second call is evidently the better one. We even see the probe. He is going to come over here and place down the proxy pylon, probably in the 3rd base area where it won't be spotted by ANA.Roirin at any point. And this is going to be very difficult to hold with just one area. 1 bunker will finish, but that still might not be enough. RobertCop looks to be in a good position just based on build order right now. ANA.Roirin, of course, if we look at his scouting information, we see it's basically non-existent. He's gotten as far as the watchtower, and he's come up and seen the gateway and the cybernetics core, but he didn't use that information to his greatest extent. I think he assumed that it's going to be a 1-gate expand, whereas we see it's pretty obviously a 4-gate. Not the best 4-gate, of course, from RobertCop. We see his, typically, when you do a 4-gate, your 3 extra gateways will finish up at exactly the same time as your warp gate research. We see that's not quite the case. Looks like he dropped a couple of chrono boosts, and judging by the energy, that's exactly what happened. So not the best looking 4-gate, but it should still be fairly effective. There's 5 Marines out. We do see a good transfer of SCVs down to the natural. That'll help defend. And now ANA.Roirin, I believe, may have spotted the sentry moving across the map, and he throws down the second bunker. I'm not sure that's going to be in time. 4 stalkers warping in. So 4 stalkers and a sentry going to be the initial force for RobertCop. We'll see if he waits for another warp in or if he just goes for it. I'd actually like to see him go for it, as we see ANA.Roirin starting to get his 3rd barracks down. So he'll be up to 3. He's got double gas production as well, and soon the amount of Marines just might be a little bit too much to break through. So I'd say he needs to go now if he's going to go. 2 warp-ins, and there we go, headed in with the stalkers. There's 8 stalkers in a sentry. Needs a good force field to stop stop the repair. Those are pretty decent. And he knocks down the first bunker, cleans up the Marines contained within, and he'll have to back up. He's lost 3 stalkers and his sentry. He will take out a Marine for free and a second one. Nice little pickups for RobertCop. Now starting to target down a couple of the SCVs on the bunker. There's another big warp-in of 4 more stalkers, so we're up to 9 stalkers now against 4 Marines in a bunker. And this is going to be so difficult for both players. He needs to start targeting down the SCVs. We see he is doing that, really nicely done by RobertCop. This is actually really great micro from a bronze level player, and he's actually going to be able to break through here eventually. Workers killed already, 6 so far. There's 2 more trying to repair. A couple more warp-ins here. The Zealot going to actually tank a little bit of damage, except that he gets stuck in the back, unfortunately. But the DPS coming down on the bunker pretty intense, and the bunker should fall here. There goes the Marauder, last Marine, and the bunker does fall. This looks like it might just be it for Game 1 for Anarchy. More Marines falling, and the pressure still continues. He'll start targeting down the barracks at the top of the ramp, and that'll really limit Roirin's production. A lot of these SCVs pulling to be repaired, but he can start targeting those down to deal a little bit of economic damage at the same time. And yeah, 45 supply to 20. This doesn't look so great for our Terran player. A couple of these SCVs going to try to fight, it looks like. 1 stalker does get taken down, but there's a couple more reinforcements still streaming in, and now a handful of these stalkers targeting down the barracks. The other one's headed for the mineral line. That's going to be it. GG from Roirin. And RobertCop will take game number 1 for Guns and Roaches. There we go. Roirin leaves the game. So Guns and Roaches stakes himself out to a 1-0 lead very quickly, and we'll head into game number 2. It'll be our first Silver League game. You're watching CTL week number 4, casted by Meristematic. Congratulations again to RobertCop and Guns and Roaches.